Expedition Orpheus Recruitment Proceedings. Interview A13, Section 2. Transcript date is the 20th of November, 3047. Subject, Dr. Acheron Storge. Conductor, Adept Nu 13, Elisabetta de Ruin. Alright, Doctor. Let's proceed to the next question, Battery, shall we?
Sure.
What do you feel qualifies you above your potential rivals for an archaeology position on this expedition?
Well, I graduated from both the Nagelring Academy and the Avalon Institute of Science. My study of languages and cryptography also give me a leg up because you could get 2 skill sets for the price of 1.
The deep periphery is not without risk. Piracy is common in addition to natural disasters. Would you be willing to defend your assigned vessels against external aggression at risk to yourself?
Although I don't know how much help I would be, I would definitely do my best. I mean, if the enemy succeeds, I'm going to die anyway. I'd rather do what I can to protect our expedition. Hopefully it won't come to actual combat, so I feel my strength would be more in negotiation before it got to that level. I hope.
If you were to describe your attitude about your childhood in one phrase, what would it be?
Oh, I'm a little uncomfortable with this question. My family is pretty prestigious, so, it's not like I'm hiding anything about it. I'm not exactly typical of my line, since I'm not much of a fighter, but...
You are a celebrated NAIS graduate. What, in your opinion, was the greatest political success and failure of the Star League?
The Star League. I can answer this one. Of course, I think most scholars would agree that the Star League's greatest success was their broad unification, ushering in a golden age of peace and prosperity. Medical science, technology, space exploration, economics, they all saw a huge boom under the rule of the Cameron dynasty. On the greatest failure, well, peace comes at a price. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding the reunification war, and there is a lot of evidence that what we know about what went on is vastly understated. I postulate that the listening post I discovered was actually a surveillance node. There were reports detailing information exchange, protocols for psychological warfare, anti-periphery propaganda, and a cache of badly damaged military armor. All damaged by naval-grade weaponry, clearly not the work of pirates or their ilk. Evidence suggests that it was destroyed over 100 years prior to the Amorous Civil War. I believe the Star League era was a great time in the history of mankind, but we mustn't belittle the sacrifices made to get them there, the atrocities that they committed to instate that peace. If it was so easy to be unified, why haven't we done it again since? Draw your own conclusions.
The proposed voyage is to be three standard years. Sexual entanglements frequently result on long voyages, and while studies suggest that these may relieve dangerous tensions, they may also create or exacerbate them. How do you think the situation is best addressed?
I don't think that you as employers need to restrict people in their personal lives. If you wanted, I don't think it would actually prevent it at all. It might make it worse for certain types of people. So I think that as long as everyone is doing their job, it's not a problem. And you guys have a pretty unusual level of military strength on this voyage, so if something did happen, it's not like it would get out of hand. I think it's generally better to put trust that the people you yourself chose will act like adults.
Your captain has been demonstrating signs of erratic behavior, and the crew is growing increasingly concerned about his decision-making. General census is that he is beginning to endanger the crew and mission unnecessarily. How do you address this issue?
I hope no one gets hurt. It's hard being a leader, especially when your crew doesn't support you. I think that anyone could come talk to me if they wanted. I'm good at listening, and I was trained in basic psychology. At the very least, I think I could identify if he was becoming dangerous. I'm a little worried about what would happen afterward, though. It would be nice if the second in command is well liked.
I see. We will be reviewing your interview footage as well as your application transcript. Presenter Garfield was initially quite impressed with your accreditations. We shall see if his impressions remain.